Hi, this is really weird. I already feel like an absolute fucking loser. But everybody, for some strange reason, wanted to see me chat shit on the internet. I mean, I do that anyway, but actually see me chatting bollocks, which I am actually very good at, by the way. But yeah, so now I'm sat in the back of the 940, so nobody can see me and thinks I'm a fucking weirdo. But I thought first thing probably do a little cheeky Q&A. I've got questions here. I literally feel like a fucking weirdo. Is this a bad angle? I feel like the less of my massive fucking forehead, the better. It smells really bad in here as well. It literally does smell like sweaty feet. Nice. First things first, if you don't know me, probably won't, don't expect to. I'm Emily, I'm 21, absolute top Volvo shagger. I've got a Rebel Blue C30, which is over there, and the Volvo 940, which I'm currently in at the minute. C30 is Vivian, this is Vera, get to know. Anyway, first question is what got me into Volvos. I don't really know, to be honest. Well, my dad was always a Volvo man, so that's literally a lady walking past. My dad was always a Volvo man, so I feel like Volvos have always really been in the family. He used to have one of these, but it was red. He had an 850 as well, which I can always remember. But I would say my proper obsession with Volvo started when I was younger, and I seen on Top Gear the Polestar C30, and I literally fell in love with it. I literally completely fell in love with it, and from that point on I was like, I need one of those. And from like, that's sort of where the obsession started. Like, because before I used to think Volvos were really uncool. Did used to take the piss out of my dad, but now here we are with one myself. Next question, how many cars have you owned? I have owned 3. My first car was a Fiat Grande Punto, which was the Italian stallion. It was an absolute shit box. It had done like 150,000 miles. When I first got the car, this is really embarrassing, but I never bothered to check the oil or anything like that. And it was just really bad burning smell. And I was like, oh, I think it's just the clutch. Like, oh, I think it's just the clutch. It turns out the engine had no oil in it. So yeah, almost blew that one up. It was absolute shitter as well. It had been crashed into twice on my street while I owned it. It had already been crashed into a pole before I bought it. It was fucked, but it was a very iconic car. Like, anybody who knows me knows the Italian stallion was an absolute don. And then obviously after that I got the C30, and then now obviously I've got the 940 as well. So next question is favourite car you've owned. Definitely the C30. Like, with that, not even exaggerating, like, that car is literally like my dream car. Like, it sounds so tragic because it's not like everyone else's dream car is something extravagant, but like, I literally wanted one of these since I seen it on Top Gear when I was literally like 13. I was like, I need one. Like, the actual story of me buying that car is actually quite cute. I will tell you actually, because it is a cute story. So I knew that I wanted a Rebel Blue Volvo C30 like straight away. Like, I knew that that's what I wanted after the Punto. And I actually saw that car come up for sale on Auto Trader, and I seen it and I was like, oh my god, like, that is the perfect car. Like, it's full spec, it was low miles, full Volvo service history, it was immaculate. Like, it had the wheels I wanted on it, it had a sunroof, which is like really rare. It was the D3 engine, which I wanted, and I was like, I need it. So I literally ran straight to the bank, asked the bank for a loan to buy the car. They were like, can't give you a loan right now, you need to upgrade your bank account to a platinum account, and then you need to come back to us in 3 months. So I was literally like heartbroken. I was like, this car, I can't believe it, it's the perfect car, finally, after all this time, and I can't get it. Then went on to the Volvo C30 Facebook page, put a post on like, oh, I'm looking for a Rebel Blue Volvo C30, should I wait or should I just go for a grey one? 2 weeks after that post, I woke up and there was like these two names I didn't really recognise. It said mentioned you in a comment in Volvos.C30 Crew UK, and I was like, what's this all about? So I clicked on it, and it was that car, the exact car that I tried to buy 3 months ago, had been advertised for sale on that Facebook page, and I was literally like, I literally recognised the registration plate straight away. So I literally messaged the guy straight away, and I was literally like, I need this car now. I need this car. It was 250 miles away in Devon. I'm from like Nottinghamshire area, like right in between Nottingham and Sheffield. So it was a 4-hour drive. But yeah, I went straight to the bank, and it was literally, this advert came up like exactly 3 months like after I'd been to the bank. So I went to the bank and was like, look, can I have the loan for the car? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. So I literally got the money, straight down to Devon, picked the car up. Yeah. So it was like my dream car, and I thought it's like such a little cute story as well. Next question is Vera your bitch, or are you Vera's bitch? Without a doubt, I am fucking Vera's bitch already. It's been, what, 2 weeks, and she has pissed oil all over my drive. She's also leaking coolant now as well from the thermostat, which is great. She's got a flat tyre, which I can't be arsed to sort. I know I should, but I just can't be arsed. Still no tax, still no MOT. She's got no logbook, so I've had to send off to the DVLA for a new logbook, and that's going to take fucking weeks. Needs all new brake pads doing, discs, the joys. I do actually have everything down here, along with a blue roll and some WD-40, which is always handy. Cheers. So they will be getting done soon. But yeah, she's 100% fucking mugging me off right now. Like, she was so, like, when I bought her home, I thought, like, God, this car, like, it's a 23-year-old car. It's done 170,000 miles. Like, it's a pretty good nick, this. And then the fun and games started. Cheers. The joys of old Volvos. And I'm only 2 weeks in. Oh, God. I knew this question would come up. What happened with... And I'm not even joking, like, this is legit what the question says. What happened with the dickhead? I'm sure we all know. Well, if you don't know, it doesn't matter. But if you do know, I don't even know what to say. Other than, another one bites the dust. To cut a very long story short, doesn't matter how good you are to some people, they will always mug you off. God, don't even get me started on it, because the bloke's a fucking dickhead. Anyway, what's the first thing planned for the brick? Fix a fucking oil leak. I have currently ordered new camshaft seals and rocker cover seals, because that is where I think the leak is coming from. It's quite common. It's nothing major, luckily, but she is leaking quite a colossal amount of oil. Like, jeez. I think get the brakes done, get her through an MOT, get it actually up and running, which hopefully I will be able to do soon, because it's driving me insane it being sat on the drive. And then I think we're going to start doing cosmetic, because I'm not really that arsed about pushing power on it massively just yet, because there's a lot of money and I'm broke. Like, coronavirus has put me out of a job for 8 weeks. I am a broke bitch. We won't be ordering any fat turbos anytime soon, but I think I am going to start cleaning it up, making it look pretty, which I will get onto in a minute, actually. Where's the YouTube channel at? Don't know, mate. It's cringe as fuck. I don't know why anyone would do that. My favourite thing about Volvos. Ooh. I think there's just something about Volvos. Like, I feel like they're very Marmite. Like, you're either that person who thinks that's a Volvo, that's cool as fuck, or the person who's like, that's a Volvo, that's fucking tragic. I am that person who's like, that's a Volvo, that's cool as fuck. Like, they're so underrated. Like, this car is literally 23 years old. It's got a 2.3 turboed fucking engine in it, rear wheel drive, and it looks like a fucking hearse. Like, I just think that's cool. Like, heat seats, electric windows, fucking everything, mate. I just love how underrated they are, and I feel like the type of car where you have to know what it is to think, actually, that's quite cool. And you have to appreciate them a certain way. Or if you think like another big engine, turbo, rear wheel drive car, there's a lot of cars that you might reel off straight away. But like a Volvo is one that you wouldn't usually think of. And like with the C30, like with cars that are in that same sort of category, like a small, whether you want to call it hatchback or a coupe, whatever, like it looks so different. Like it's so different, it's so unique. And I think Volvo is a very clever brand, and that is something that I do appreciate. It's Viv or Vera? That is a very tough question. I feel like Viv has my heart, but Vera is also cool as fuck. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Viv, because Viv is literally like, Viv is a fucking don. Like Viv is, I've done 25,000 miles in that car in a year. Like she's a fucking beast. What happened with Milo? I feel like I should go and get him, but he's literally fucking fast on. Like this whole lockdown shit has got me taking him on 40 walks a day. Like he's fucking knackered. But obviously Milo was bought not as mine originally, with the person who he was bought by the person who I was with at the time. Then that person decided that they didn't have the time that they thought they did for Milo, wanted to rehome Milo, and I spent a lot of time with Milo by this point. I was absolutely in love with him, and I was like, absolutely, he's going nowhere other than with me. Like, if he's getting rehomed, there's only one place he's going, and that is with me. So fortunately, I did take Milo, and I got full custody of him, which I'm buzzing about, because he is the bestest boy in the world. If you don't follow his Instagram, your mum's a hoe. Moving on. How did the resprayed trim work out on the 940? Actually, not to blow my own trumpet, but it actually worked out pretty well. I wouldn't really put much effort into it, to be fair. Like, I think anybody who's seen the video of me actually respraying it, like, it literally looks like a toddler's doing it. But it actually turned out really well. And everyone's like, oh, why didn't you just use the heat gun or something? Like, the bumper, like, the rear bumper was fucked. Like, it all needed sanded down and everything. So, like, if I was sanding it down, I may as well just repainted it, and it was more fun. Like, actually, I say I hate painting, but I actually do quite enjoy it. When it goes right, when it goes wrong, I could literally fucking lob whatever I'm doing, but yeah, it actually turned out pretty well. And I've not done the front bumper, because I'm getting a new front bumper, because that one is it's literally got a hole in it. When I bought a car, it was in the middle of Wales, in the dark, and I was like going around with the torch like, oh yeah, like it's really clean, this car, it's really clean, like it's not really any massive issues with it. I got it home the morning after. I went outside and I was like, oh shit, like there's literally a fucking massive hole in the bumper, like on the black plastic. So there's no fucking fixing that, so I'm just going to get a new bumper, but I'm not going to get a 940 bumper, I'm going to get something else. Well, that's done, then that's like phase one of tidying it up. I mean, there's a lot more to do, yeah, it's the shitty, but phase one, great. Is what made you get an older car? Because old cars are cool as fuck. They're literally just cool as fuck. Like, I've got a massive obsession with 90s cars. Like, I think cars, I don't care what it is, I don't care whether it's one of these or whether it's some clapped out Vauxhall Astra. If it's from the 90s, I will like it. Like, I just think it's cool. Like, this, I see them as like little time capsules. Like, there's just something about them that I just think is sick. I've always wanted an older car. There's something about older cars, like, I just think they're so cool. They're so quirky, and like, you look at things and you think, like, oh my god, like back in its day, like this thing would have been like fucking life of luxury. Like, it's got heated seats in the front, it's got electric windows all round, like half leather seats. Like, I just think it's cool. Like, it's just funny. I think that's the main thing. They're just funny, aren't they? Who has more power, the C30 or the 940? At the moment, the C30. C30 is 205 brake horsepower with 350 foot-pound of torque. This is, the C30 is remapped as well, so that's like stage 1, but there's not really much stage 1 about it. This is standard, it's 135 brake horsepower. However, the guy that I bought it off, he had put, it's got Astra VXR injectors in it at the moment, and it is also running manual boost control, so it's not official, but he said it should be running just about 190 brake-ish, but I don't know how true that is. It's quite quick, to be fair. Like, when I was driving this home, like, it's pretty fucking nippy for its size, but at the moment the C30 is running more power. Dirty diesel. When are the booty air fresheners coming out? Never. I am literally built like a fucking stick insect, so that's not going to happen. And that's just a bit weird, isn't it? Are we going to have a video of you tinting Vary yourself? It could be interesting. Once again, not to blow my own trumpet, my Punto, I tinted the windows in that myself. Don't get me wrong, the back window looked like a blind person had done it, but the side windows were actually sick. Right, so maybe you will see me tinting the 940 myself. And I did the sun strip on the C30, which is a tint. And apart from the occasional bubbles here and there, spotless. So wind your neck in, whoever asked that. Right, so the next question is, it's a very good question, and it is, what is your opinion on being a girl in the car scene when it contains a lot of lads? Personally for me, I've never had a massive issue with it. I feel like there is a very big divide. I think a lot of the time it's very easy for people to be like, she only likes cars because she wants male attention, like, she has no interest, blah blah blah. But like, and that's fair enough, like, you know, there are girls out there that are genuinely interested just because of the attention, but there are also people out there who are actually interested in it for the cars. It's difficult, really, because, you know, there's a lot of times where, you know, people think they can take the piss and it's easier to mug the girls off and blah 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 blah, but I don't know, like, it's a difficult one. Personally, I've never had an issue with it because I've always got on better with lads anyway. Like, I have the banter of a 40-year-old bloke who sits in the pub and drinks Carling. Like, I can see where the issue lies in some places, but I think if you're a girl and you have a genuine interest in cars, you have a genuine passion behind it, then you shouldn't have any reason to worry as to what anybody else thinks, because at the end of the day, everybody's here to enjoy a passion around cars, and you're doing the same thing. I think if you're purposely exploiting the cars and pretending that you've got an interest so that it, you know, it can blow your Instagram up, or, you know, like, basically get more attention, then yeah, stupid. Like, if a girl likes a car, cool. If a boy likes a car, cool. Like, it's not really that deep, is it? Like, it's a tough one, but I think before, I suppose it would be more of an issue, whereas I think now it's starting to even out a little bit, maybe. Like, who knows? I don't know. I'm just chatting shit. Like, it can be shit being a girl in the car scene, but it's the same as everyone else, really. Like, I'm here to enjoy my car just as much as the next person. Like, do you have a wrap planned? Yes. Not for the C30, because I feel like I would literally get shot if I wrapped over Rebel Blue. But for the 940, yes. So the paintwork on this, not gonna lie, it's horrific. Like, oh my god, it is peeling in places. There's a big scratch on this side. It's just really dull. It just needs a full respray. And like I said, I'm a broke bitch and I cannot afford a full respray. So I was planning on wrapping the 940. I think that would be cool to do. I've always been fascinated by wrapping. I've always wanted to try it. So fuck it, make a mess of this car. I do have a colour plan. It's nothing extravagant. I think the difficult thing with a car like this is it's very difficult. Like with a modern car, like I can put any colour on that C30 and it'd look cool. Whereas this, you've got to play it safe. Like it's a classic car. I can't wrap it fucking satin turquoise. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I have got a colour planned, and I have also got another idea planned for it, which will tie it in perfectly with the C30. And that is all. You can tell a lot about a person from this question. Do you like or dislike Jeremy Clarkson? Jeremy Clarkson is a fucking don. Like, if it wasn't for Jeremy Clarkson, like, my love for cars probably wouldn't be as much as it is. Like, when I was younger, I was glued to Top Gear. Like, glued. Like, I had no interest in Barbie dolls or Bratz dolls or anything like that when I was younger. It was literally, I had a tub at home full of Hot Wheels. Like, I've literally been obsessed with cars since I fucking came out of the womb. Jeremy Clarkson, I've grown up watching. Favourite thing about both of your cars? Favourite thing about the C30 is the colour. Rebel blue. Peng. Like, peng in it. Favourite thing about the 940 is just how many looks it gets. Like, it's just funny. Like, you drive down the road in this and everybody you pass by looks at you like, and then everybody looks at me, this 5'4" little child, fucking driving it, like, and they're like, what the fuck is she doing? It's a massive sleeper as well. I think that's what I like the most about the 940, is it looks, you look at that and you think, Jesus Christ, that belongs in a scrapyard. But if you look under the bonnet, you're like, fizz. 3 things that make me happy. Volvos, Milo, and good scran. I fucking love scran. Like, yeah, doesn't take much to keep me happy, really. Just give me a Volvo, let me take Milo for a walk, and give me a good plate of scran. Question is, how are things going with Strictly Swedes? Which, if you didn't know, that is my own car group that I do run for Swedish cars. It's going very well. It's a lot better than I thought it would do anyway. Like, I was very sceptical about starting the whole, like, car group thing. Like, I thought, this is going to be really embarrassing if nobody gives a shit. But apparently a lot of you did give a shit. Thank you so much to everyone that does follow it. Thank you so much to everyone that has bought things. Stickers are still available. They are on the website. I will link that in the description. Ooh. T-shirts, still got loads of t-shirts if anybody's wanting one of those. But yeah, it's going really well. We do have club stands booked for Modified Nationals, Tracks Donington and Tracks Silverstone. Modified Nationals has been postponed till August. If you were wanting to book onto those, like, you can do that. You can still do that. The club stands are still there, but that's been postponed now. I've not heard anything about Tracks yet, but Tracks Silverstone's not till October anyway, so hopefully that one will be alright. Tracks Donington was in July, so I don't think they're going to postpone that one just yet. Maybe they'll let us know in a few coming weeks. So yeah, it's going really well. If you do any questions about Strictly Swede, about the club stands, anything like that, either message me on my car account or the Strictly Swede account, and I'll message you at some point. Sometimes I'm really shit with replying, but I will get back to you at some point, I promise. And last question is, how did you get into cars? I got into cars, like I said, when I was literally, like, since I was a kid. Like, I've always been obsessed. I used to have Hot Wheels when I was a kid. When I was, like, literally a child, I used to be able to name every single car make that would go down the street. I had no interest in girly things. I was a proper tomboy when I was younger. Yeah, like, I've always been interested in cars. I have got literally books, piles of books from when I was a kid that are just, like, classic car books and, like, cars at the time. I used to, like, sit and read through them. I was, like, in school, like secondary school, I got more into the side of, like, getting interested in modifying cars and, like, that sort of side of it. I was a lot of the Facebook groups, I would be on them and I'd be looking, like, And I used to like think like, oh, what car do I want? Like, what do I want to do to it? Oh, like, I want to lower my car, put it on these wheels, blah, 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 blah. I used to be like sat in school like looking at photos of like modified cars, and like everyone else is like chatting shit, and I'm just there like, ooh, I fucking love cars. Always been an interest. I don't think it'll ever go away really. Just quite sad, because if I didn't, I would be rich. The amount of money that I've spent on cars actually makes me feel ill. Like, legit makes me feel ill. But I do have 2 very cool cars, so it's worth it. But yeah, that's it. You're probably bored of hearing me chatting bollocks. I need a drink. Also need to see if Milo's alive yet. Probably not. He's probably going to be asleep till this time tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I've got 8 weeks off of work now, so hopefully I can start to do some bits with Vera, start to do bits with Viv, hopefully video some more process things, because everyone keeps saying like, oh, start a YouTube channel, and I'm there like, do people really want to see me chatting shit about Volvos? But apparently you do, so you're welcome. I hope it wasn't too boring, but yeah, hopefully see you soon.